know you love us.
It's okay.
We love us too.
The Mix 94.3.
Each and every week at this time, we like to reach into the digital mailbag and pull out another Dear John letter.
Dear John.
I never know exactly how to start this break. Is that kind of what I say every week?
Close. It's a little different every
A
week.
digital mailbag. We don't have one of those. We reach into the Facebook, basically. We'll tell you how to submit a Dear John letter here in a bit. Heidi, this person wants to know your advice, too. So it's kind of a Dear John and Heidi letter.
Okay.
All right? We get Heidi's advice every week, but here we go. Dear John, and I'll just say and Heidi, even though it doesn't say that. I have a weird situation happening in my life. In high school, my friend dated a guy for a few weeks, and then she broke up with him. She's still a good friend 15 years later, and he just moved back home too, so the guy that she dated.
Okay.
He asked me out, but I've put him off for a few weeks. I legitimately have too much going on right now anyway. My question is, should I talk to my friend about this first? I feel weird dating her ex-boyfriend, but they didn't date long, and it was over a decade ago. My mother says, just go out with him and see if there's anything there more than a friendship before I even worry about my friend. What are your thoughts? Does Heidi agree? She probably understands this more as a female. Thanks. Signed, Inquiring Friend. So, first of all, I'm going to ask for Heidi's opinion on this. What do you
I
think?
wouldn't worry about it at all. In high school, how many people did you date in high school for a couple of weeks and it
Yeah.
didn't work out? It's no big deal. And your friend has probably not even thought of this person
Probably
for
not.
over a decade.
Here's the only thing.
But if your friend is still pining away for this man,
Yeah,
if she's
that's-
still single and if she's still pining away for this guy saying,
Well-
if only I had stayed with him,
Yeah.
everything would be better. That's a different story. But if it was just another guy that she dated in high school,
And here's the thing. It sounds like it says that she broke up with him from the sounds of it. She broke up with him.
yeah, then I wouldn't even worry about it.
But here's the one thing I would do is I think I would. I would just say, and I wouldn't say it like, hey, is it okay if but I would just say, hey, do you remember so-and-so? Now, you guys dated for a little while, didn't you? Well, he's back
Why
in town.
even mention it?
But because here's the thing that I was going to say. There may be a reason she broke up with him that could be a good thing for you to know. Well, yeah, I found out that he's
It
got...
was high school.
But I'm just saying, if, why did you break up with him? Well, I caught him torturing the neighbor's dog. Well, that's probably a good thing to know. I mean, if there was a reason that she broke up with him, that could save you a little bit of pain, too.
If she is as good a friend with you, if she's such a good friend that you're worried about asking her opinion of whether or not you can date a person,
Yeah.
then she probably would have told you the story if he was a crazy nut job. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I
I'm just thinking that that's probably what I would do. So Heidi and I don't agree. Imagine that. Shocker of the decade. I think that I would at least bring it up. Again, I wouldn't bring it up asking, hey, is it okay if but I would just say, did you know he was back in town? And it doesn't say in here whether or not the friend is married. Because if the friend is married and got kids and all of that, because you said this is 15 years later, so that kind of happens once in a while.
Yeah.
Chances are. And again, who knows? Maybe you guys are both single.
that would be different if she dated him all the way through high school.
Yeah.
A couple weeks, though, that's
Yeah.
nothing. That's like a date.
Today that happens in like 1 week. It's like one day.
Yeah.
It's like two weeks worth of stuff in a day nowadays. But anyway, I think that I would bring it up, not necessarily asking permission, but just saying, didn't you guys date for a while? Now, why did you break up? What happened there? Is this going to be weird if I date him? And do it not asking permission, but more letting her know that you guys might go on a date. Heidi, you're saying you wouldn't even ask at all.
No.
Would you even tell her that you went out on a date?
Well, I guess I'm sure it would come up in conversation.
invite
if
her
you're
to the
even
wedding?
friends anymore. If you're
Yes.
super good friends,
It says
she
we're
would
still
know
good
who
friends.
you're dating.
Well, it says they're still good friends. So if they hit it off, should she invite her to the wedding?
If they're friends, yeah. This is a ridiculous conversation.
Okay.
It's an issue that is not an issue.
Well, there you go.
It was a stupid letter. She should be ashamed of herself.
Would you just stop? And you wonder why we have some people who don't want to send these in. Wow. Her name is Heidi. Don't invite her to answer your letter. Say, dear John, only John. Heidi has no say in this. And we'll make sure we take good care of you. No, if you've got a question for next week or the following week or the week after that, you can submit your Dear John letter, and I'll try to answer it really nicely. And my wife over here, probably not. But if you'd like to submit your Dear John letter, you can submit that at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. We keep your identity 100% anonymous, so you don't have to worry about somebody hearing it and going, hey, wait a minute. Susan Smith or Mike Jones or whatever.
Right.
That's my neighbor. No, we're never going to say a name, and I just made those names up off the top of my head. So this one was signed inquiring friend. We never put a name on there. And if you do put your name, I put a fake name on there anyway, so don't worry about it. We'll make sure that it's always anonymous. And you can learn more at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.